नमस्कार स्टूडेंट्स, मैं डॉक्टर संजय खाखिल आज आप लोगों के लिए ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में एक बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक लेके आया हूँ। वर्चुअल मेमोरी। वर्चुअल मेमोरी ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम में क्या होता है, क्यों हम वर्चुअल मेमोरी को यूज में लेते हैं, किस तरीके से वर्चुअल मेमोरी काम करती है, किस तरीके से इसके अंदर डिमांड पेजिंग काम होता है, किस इसके अंदर स्नैपशॉट वर्चुअल मेमोरी सिस्टम्स काम करता है। इन सारी चीज़ों के बारे में हम वन बाय वन डिस्कस करेंगे। उससे पहले आपको मैं बता देना चाहता हूं, अगर आपने चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो आप सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, क्योंकि सब्सक्रिप्शन बहुत ज़्यादा मैटर करता है। आपने कर लिया तो आप अपने किसी फ्रेंड के मोबाइल से भी कर दीजिए। तो चलिए हम स्टार्ट करते हैं। व्हाट इज़ द वर्चुअल मेमोरी? वर्चुअल मेमोरी इज़ द स्टोरेज स्कीम दैट प्रोवाइड द यूजर एन illusion of having a very big main memory. Virtual memory called secondary memory or storage hard disk. This is done by the treating as a part of the secondary memory as the main memory. In this scheme, user can load the bigger size process than the available main memory by having the illusion that the main memory is available to load the process. Instead of the loading one big process in the main memory, the operating system loads the different part of more than one process in the main memory. Then by doing this, the degree of multiprogramming will be increased and therefore the CPU utilization will also be increased. Then after, how virtual memory work? किस तरीके से वर्चुअल मेमोरी काम करता है? इन मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड, वर्चुअल मेमोरी हैज बिकम क्वाइट कॉमन दीज डेज. इन दिस स्कीम, वेन यूर सम पेज नीड टू बी लोडेड इन द मेन मेमोरी फॉर द एग्जीक्यूशन एंड मेमोरी इज नॉट अवेलेबल फॉर दोज मेन पेज, देन in case instead of stopping the page from the entering in the main memory, the operating system search for the RAM area that are least used in the recent time or that are not referenced and copy that into the secondary memory to make the space for the new page in the main memory. Then after, what is the demand paging? Demand paging is a popular method of the virtual memory management. In demand paging, the page of the process which are least used get stored in the secondary memory. A page is copied to the main memory when its the demand is made or page fault occur. There are the various page replacement algorithm which are used to determine the page which will be replaced. We will discuss each one of them later in details. Snapshot of the virtual memory management systems. Let us assume two processors P1 and P2 contains 4 pages each. Each page size is 1 KB. The main memory contains the 8 frames and 1 KB each. The operating system resides in the first two partitions. In the third partition is first page of P1 is stored and the other frame are also shown as the field with the different page of the process in the main memory. Then after we will start. The page table of both the page are 1 KB size each and therefore they can be fit in one frame each. The page table of both the process contain various information that is also shown in the image. The CPU contains a register which contains the base address of the page table, that is 5 in the case of P1 and 7 in the case of P2. This page table base address will be added to the page number of the logical address when it comes to accessing the actual corresponding entities. Showing in this diagram, this is the page table P1, this is the main memory, this is the secondary memory, this is the page table P2, then page table P1 and page table P2. Then what is the advantage of virtual memory. One advantage of virtual memory, degree of multi-programming will be increased. Another, user can run large application with less real time. 3. There is no need to buy more memory RAM. And disadvantage of virtual memory. वर्चुअल मेमोरी क्या डिसएडवांटेज होता है, उन सारी चीज़ों के लिए हम देखते हैं. 1. The system becomes slower since swapping takes time. Another one, it takes more time in switching between the applications, and the user will have the lesser hard disk space for its usage. It's called is the virtual memory. Then after, in virtual memory, what is the demand paging in operating systems? Demand paging किस तरीके से काम करता है? According to the concept of virtual memory, in order to execute some process, only a part of the process need to be present in the main memory, which means that only few pages will only be present in the main memory at the time. However, deciding which page need to kept in the main memory and which need to kept in the secondary memory is going to be difficult, because we cannot say in the advance that a process will require a particular page at the particular time. Therefore, to overcome the problem, there is a concept called demand paging is introduced. It suggests keeping all pages of the frame in the secondary memory until they are required. In other words, it says that do not load any page in the main memory until they are required. Whenever any page is referred for the first time in the main memory, then that page will be found in the secondary memory. Then after that, it may or may not be present in the main memory, depending upon the page replacement algorithm, which will be covered later in this tutorial. And then what is the page fault? Page fault क्या होता है? It referred page is not present in the main memory, then there will be a miss, and the concept is called page miss or page fault. The CPU has to access the missed page from the secondary memory. If the number of the page fault is very high, then the effective access time of the system will become very high. What is the thrashing? If the number of page fault is equal to the number of referred page, or the number of page fault are so high so that the CPU remains busy in just reading the page from the secondary memory, then the effective access time will be the time taken by the CPU to read one word from the secondary memory, and it will be so high. The concept is called thrashing. If the page fault rate is PF, the time taken is getting a page from the secondary memory and again the restarting is as service time, and the memory access time is MA, then the effective access time can be given as EAT equal to PF into S plus 1 minus PF into MA. That is showing the virtual memory demand paging. Then what is the page replacement? The page replacement algorithm in operating system. We are going to learn about the page replacement algorithm in operating system. Before knowing about the replacement algorithm in operating system, let us learn about paging in operating system and also a little about virtual memory. Then paging in operating system क्या होता है? Paging is a storage mechanism. Paging is used to retrieve the process from the secondary memory to the primary memory. The main memory is divided into small block called the page. Now, each of the page contains the process which is retrieved into main memory and is stored in one frame of memory. The paging क्या होता है? किसी भी वर्चुअल मेमोरी सेकेंडरी मेमोरी का हम छोटे छोटे ब्लॉक्स में, फ्रेम्स में, पेज में हम डिवाइड करते हैं, तो क्या कहलाता है? पेजिंग कहलाता है. इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू हैव द पेज फ्रेम विच आर of equal size, which are very यूजफुल फॉर मैपिंग एंड कंप्लीट यूटिलाइजेशन ऑफ मेमोरी। वर्चुअल मेमोरी इन ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम क्या होता है? वर्चुअल मेमोरी, उन सारी चीज़ों के बारे में भी हम देखेंगे, आगे डिस्कस करेंगे। तब तक आप लोग हमारे साथ बने रहिए, सेफ रहिए, सुरक्षित रहिए। नमस्कार।